Usually what he does, because we don't have Walt here this weekend, but man, you'll hear Walt, just screaming a battle cry every time that you see the Eagle arrive from the neutral signature on the orb, and we just don't have that here today. And we don't have any signatures coming out from Monihalla either, as Raydish is just kind of destroying him with the orb at the very start.
We are in game one, my friends, so let's go ahead and get this going. Already Raydish occupying the ground. Monihalla sliding off with that D-Sig. Nicely done. Okay. Holding onto the ground here, threatening with that side light, dashing back, no immediate dodge from Raydish, just making sure to conserve it and keep it on deck whenever we need it. Dodging up, that's one of the most difficult ones for Greatsword to be able to punish. Yeah, side light, gets the dodge in read, gets the side light finisher afterwards. That's just kind of classic. There was a time where when Greatsword was brand new, and well, I mean, it was also really, really broken on release, but like I used to see those dodge in reads, turn around, get the silent finisher afterwards, 5 straight hits, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And now it's just become standard for Greatsword. Good down air there. Could have led to an edge the weapon
guard.
toss didn't actually convert into something bigger. That's okay. Monihalla, sidelight backing off, almost had it. He pressed the sidelight again a little bit too soon. Raydish was able to spot dodge through it.
Excellent job with the down sig.
Closing out that stock, and now it's 2-2.
Yeah, one of the less used signatures coming out from Rapper's kit, which always surprised me because I think it's got the same properties as like a good Terrace, axe down sig, right? You just don't
nice
get
coverage, nice get off me.
You don't get the arc unless it actually connects. But like you said, it's a good coverage, very good stacked option, and will knock out in a radial of directions. And if you position correctly, you get that knockout off the top. Good dodge down, diagonal dodge though. Boy, the silent finisher does it again, and Monihalla doesn't adapt to it, but that side sig will come through.
That's KO. That's enough to knock out Monihalla.
Surprised that hit.
Lead.
Yeah. It's just very good, right? Good distance, good power.
Raydish has been on the back foot this whole time. It feels like Monihalla, Greatsword on hand. He's just been the one setting the pace. He's the one controlling the stage. Raydish is just looking for any opening so to be able to pick up a weapon. Sidelight is enough to be able to punish the D-Sig a little bit, but now he needs an opening. He needs to do something because Monihalla he's getting him.
Generous of you to call an unarmed sidelight a punish against a turtle shell, right? That's just kind of I feel like you actually do damage to yourself kicking a movie.
That's right. Yeah. He's got a spiky shell, doesn't he? Coming back on, able to get the downer. Nicely
ground pound. I would have liked ground pound there a little bit better, but actually Monihalla completely misjudges drift there off the a wake up gravity cancel down, maybe to punish a ground pound there, but Raydish went for gravity cancel sidelight instead. They both kind of awkwardly stared at each other. Monihalla fell down off the stage, and just like that, even game off the back of Raydish's boots. Wouldn't be surprised if I saw him switch over to orb there, but no, he tried. Monihalla grabbed the greatsword from right below the platform.
Monihalla is playing so patient. He says, hey, you want to be on that platform? That's chill. I'm going to control center stage for a little bit.
Which is good for Raydish that he's got it. If this was Demon Island or Brawlhaven, I think Raydish would have gotten 2 stock by now.
That's right.
That platform has given him a lot of solace, even though...
Oh, he's finally punishing it, right? He just jumped in. He went through that neutral. He got the call out. Raydish is trying to go up and above once again. Monihalla not playing nearly as grounded. Raydish, let's see how he adapts. He whips the side in. He's now off stage. Monihalla jumping, threatening with the sailor. Able to get the sidelight. He gets the dodge read, and he's able to get the neutral finisher off the top. Nicely done. Monihalla, he controlled neutral. He made Raydish really uncomfortable in a lot of his movement.
I wonder if the kinda theory of going to, well, in Grands of BCX 2024 is that when you're fighting Greatsword, just go to triplats every single game because it's not good against Greatsword players allegedly don't like platforms. And on that platform on Fortress of Lions was doing a great job allowing Raydish to
until
get
he
his
got called
footing,
out.
But he was still behind at 200 damage the whole game, like you said.
I think that neutrally that Monihalla connected, it was pretty pivotal. He was saying, okay, I don't need to keep sidelighting on the ground.
What you're talking about, when he finally hit Raydish?
Yeah, and then Raydish went to the ground, he whipped something, and then he got punished for it.
And the neutral light finisher off the top.
Game 2, sticking to the same stage. I feel like this is about as balanced of a stage as you can get in this matchup. Raydish has
the favorite
platform, and you have enough flat ground for
although I'd argue that with how Raydish is getting his knockouts on Monihalla, that maybe going to Mos Eisley might be a little bit better because the blast zones are a bit further away from the smaller stage. Monihalla has been getting these knockouts as early as he possibly can. Raydish has actually been getting knockouts that get rid of his jumps.
Position, that end light in the beginning,
right here, goes at the down sig, doesn't get the spike, gets the recovery afterwards. This is good damage. But sidelight nair would even things up, right? Coming out from Monihalla's axe.
Nice weapon toss. The back head of the down end. The end sig not going to be able to connect.
Yeah, very punishable. You hit the end of that move. You got to watch the entire animation.
The recovery, oh,
nice.
Axe recovery is such a good hitbox, but it has so much startup. You got to catch it before it comes out.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, Raydish
doesn't matter
so good.
how good your hitbox is against the most disjointed move in the game.
Yeah.
Where you literally can like move before the move's finished.
Sounds like they should make Axe recovery a little bit faster. Okay.
You want to make it faster.
Yeah.
Also,
I want to hitbox all the way at the startup. Anyways.
Give Amugi iframes while recovering, right? Like the entire only Amugi, because Amugi goes into a shell, right? And that's it. That's the key difference. Oh,
okay.
sidelight finisher
sidelight,
again.
not able to get the finisher. Raydish
5
dodging on the
hits.
second. Nicely done. Sidelight, dodging
no
diagonally up.
connect.
All the way to the platform. Raydish resetting kill. What's it going to be? Backing off for a second.
Grogu just chilling out in the corner over there. What's he doing? Is he going to react to the knockout here that Raydish is about to get? Oh, Nair does not combo into recovery. Yeah, down light gets punished.
Oh, what a side sig, able to scoop him up. Monihalla, all of a sudden, this is looking exactly like game one.
That's
Raydish
right.
opened off so hot, and now looking a little bit cold.
Amugi's not just a turtle, but a dragon turtle. As you can see there with the range that you get off that dash forward side sig. Crazy distance that he can break there. Goes with the ground pound, another ground pound. Could even things up again. Let's see. No.
Oh, bit of a miss on
this
the
ain't doubles, Raydish.
Oh,
it's
no.
Not going to work. Now you don't have a teammate covering if you miss that. Takes a ton of damage coming off of that.
You got to have that spacing on lock, but that's okay. Yes, that's going to be the recovery off the top. He missed the first KO option. That's okay. He still cleaned it up.
Almost exactly like the game before. Where I think Raydish is probably down 200 damage still, but the knockouts are coming out purely from Raydish being able to exhaust Monihalla of all his jumps.
Neutrally again, setting up these juggles. How do you land? I cannot believe he didn't catch that landing. Endlight chase dodge again, gets called out for it.
No, that's brutal. Sidelight's the wrong way. Doesn't catch the landing. Monihalla is going to get that.
He caught the dodge.
That's
That's going to be another stop. That's another KO.
Neutral light finisher, same time as
that was the same exact way as game one ended.
A little more damage from Raydish that time around that he was able to get on with that 100.
So, by the way, I want to make this known that this is the not the only time, but the only time in recent memory that he was able to take
like two
games
times
off
recently.
Of him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Previously, his Trial of Frio, that was a 3-1 in Raydish's favor. This is currently a 2-0.
I'm telling you, Monihalla on LAN is terrifying.
Yes.
Specifically because I don't think when people look at the players in attendance to an event, they're talking about a lot of players, and Monihalla never shows up on the list of people to prepare for, even though he's always showing up in these top 8s. There's no stranger to that here already on winner's side, top 8. Winning this will get him into winners finals, right, which is a set away from qualifying for the Royale, which would be terrifying for the players that have been here, because Monihalla typically doesn't do very well on the onlines.
Oh, but again, giving another opening there with a D-Sig like that, Raydish going to be taking full advantage of it, going out there for the ground pound, looking for the D-Sig as well, but it's not going to matter. Monihalla just shoved purely by the fact that he didn't have enough recovery options left.
I'm telling you, that's why I think the stage matters the most for Raydish here. Get the biggest blast zones that you get with the smallest stage to play with. I'm surprised they keep going back to Fortress of Lions, because all of Raydish's knockouts have been like dare snipes on the orb, down sig from the orb, things that are catching Monihalla, exhausting those jumps very early on. It's never going to be a damage lead against a character like Amugi to begin with. And if Raydish wins this game,
he likes having this much stage for Greatsword though. I think this is actually like quite comfortable for him, because he has not ever like run out of stage. He's never had like Raydish too close to the edge too much. Endlight is able to come out. What's going to be the edge guard? Commits to the downer.
Downer could happen again here.
Sidelight, another one.
Good
the weapon toss not going to connect.
I mean, it was a good snipe if he was any other weapon but Orb, but Orb's pretty tiny. Oh, Sidesick punished that time around, expecting a dash in from Raydish.
He's going to do it again, and he gets punished. What did I tell you, Monihalla? He lives and gets knocked out by...
That GC Sidesick was like, I'm thinking about next game.
Yes.
That's what that energy was, right?
He just also wanted like a fun recovery.
Look at Raydish go! 5 hits in a row. Recovery comes through.
Monihalla, okay.
3 stock in game 3. Sidesick again, Monihalla. You've got to do it.
You know he wants it.
He's got to do
it.
Get one on the board. Oh, that was a good bait. Yeah, Raydish, the bike into the snipe. That time he obliterates them with it. Going to game 4, but Monihalla has got 2 games to play with. It's 2-1, like you said in recent history. I think Raydish has been on the upper hand, right? Winning 3-1 in that last set. I just hope it doesn't like tilt Monihalla. They didn't seem like tilts. I've been in enough best of 5s to know sometimes you just got a game that's not going your way, and you go, "That's all right. I'll go next. I have 2 counter picks."
That's just like a competitive flex. Oh, I've been in enough, best of 5s to know.
Yeah, I am a competitor. You also have been a competitor too. in your days, right?
Well, I don't think that hard about it. Okay,
when it comes to stages.
We're in this game now. I got to talk about last game a little bit, just really quickly, because there's a lot of signature usage, and you know, quite frankly, I feel like the punish that Raydish was able to get off of them was pretty disproportionate. So Monihalla, you know, again, I hate to keep bringing this up about him because there's so many good aspects of his gameplay.
What?
But this is
You're
why
talking about the side sig?
He keeps getting punished for it. The end sig, the slide off D sig, the side sig that ended up with me.
I'm telling you, game 3 was a throwaway. Although the stage didn't change, so
we're staying to the same place.
You know, let's see how it plays out this time around. I do definitely feel like Monihalla looked at that last game and knows what he needs to adjust. But if the side comes through again and he gets destroyed, I'll be curious about it. Monihalla's still behind on the damage though, but not for much longer.
Beautifully done. He's looking for it again.
Down sig off the top plat.
Oh, I don't know what that end sig was. Monihalla only getting down.
I think it was Raydish calling out Monihalla doing a slide charge down sig. That's what it was.
I don't think Monihalla necessarily wanted to fall down with the down air. He wanted the spike hit into the neutral air recovery maybe. Because that's usually like a way for Great Sword to get KOs off the top.
Ouch.
Doesn't matter though. Side is able to come out, pick up the Great Sword again.
Look at this dodge. Oh, weapon throw with the axe.
The end light, Raydish couldn't punish it.
Yeah, well, axe is deceptively fast on that move. Nair. Weapon throw does hit. Gets the recovery on his jump.
So active.
Yeah, carried him from beneath the move. Pretty surprised about that. And as active as Orb End Light was, it didn't get through that dodge.
It can be so tricky without getting to open to actually find a KO at like late damage. As Great Sword not able to get the recovery, the weapon toss.
What is that end sig? It was a misinput. It was a misinput.
The down in the neutral again. That's what he wanted the first time. That's what he wanted to stop, like half stock ago.
Yeah, but what Raydish wanted was a jump recovery.
Yeah.
And he snaps to the ground and gets the end sig and just gets obliterated for it. So now Monihalla has got so much room to play with here, and it's so scary. You get one dodge read against Great Sword, you're getting hit by 5 Amugi attacks.
Okay,
there we go.
Recovery. That's going to be the stock gone off the top. 2 stocks apiece.
Switches the orb. Okay. We're on orb. Boots primed. What's Monihalla going to get? I think axe is up on the plate.
Axe is up as well.
But can we even see it at this rate? Another anti-air. Goes for gravity cancel sidelight, trying to read that recovery, but Monihalla reacts. And there it is. Dodges out of the way.
Axe Orb, love talking about this. This is usually pretty good for
And you can't anymore. He threw it away. Axe Orb. You think Monihalla is playing Axe voluntarily?
Not even after the Great Sword nerfs.
No.
He's going to still be sticking to his favorite weapon.
It wasn't nerfs, Dara. It was balance. Great Sword is.
But he's still doing exceptionally well. He's still so tricky. He's still so elusive. I actually feel like this is like the most patient neutral we've seen of him. Just because like the balance patch forces you to move a little bit less.
Are you talking about Monihalla?
Yeah. It makes you not. You can't like swing sidelight as much. You know?
Is he going to side sig here?
I don't feel it.
You don't feel it? I kind of feel it.
Huge. Raydish off stage. How does he make it back on? The side is such a long startup. Raydish, can he get this juggle?
Axe is on board. That's not good.
Every single opening. That's another
every single. Okay, yeah, it was kind of in every single, wasn't it? Yeah, that down sig was not. What was he covering?
Tossing away the axe once more.
Nice dodge.
Wow.
All right, it's close.
Okay.
It's a very, very close game 4.
Nicely done. Monihalla, 2 stocks to 1 great. Now very gently
Prime's
at any
a great
moment.
sword too, so he's not going to have to worry about being stuck on axe again and throwing out a down sig for no reason. Raydish could go delay recovery. I think that would knock out at this point. Recovery from Boots is enough. All right, nice 1-1. Raydish a stock away from getting into game 5, and I do feel like momentum is solidly in Raydish's favor. I feel like Monihalla has been like, well, yes, being more patient and not throwing out as many punishing moves. Oh, that's unlucky.
No,
that's just unlucky.
I think that he just went the wrong way.
Yeah, or reading a drift, reading a dodge, whatever it is, the side air stacks right on top of Monihalla. But look at that. He's still doing so much damage off the orb here. Finds the landing on the neutral light. That side doesn't get punished.
Gets a recovery as well. Monihalla being so patient on his landing, trying to fast fall into it. And that's going to be the stock on off the top heat. We need a replay.
No way that knocks out that early. He was that high. It's a Mugi.
It's a Mugi. That shouldn't be happening.
Amazing play coming out from Raydish. That completely baffled me. We're going to get that replay in just a little bit here.
Yeah.
Monihalla taking a moment to think about that last game because he is on the verge of being reverse 3-0'd.
This would be an amazing win for him.
Yeah.
It'd be the first time he takes a set over Raydish. I think he was playing so well today as well. Okay, yeah, let's see this one more time.
Look at the damages on him. Okay, hits by recovery, reset. Okay, I like that a lot. So he did something that like spear players used to do with side plats back, which is that first recovery hits and he fast falls to the platform to get his jumps back, hits the nair, and then you can steer orb recovery a little bit to the left and right, gets the most vertical distance that he can get, and knocks him out right at the top, and that gives him that angle to, honestly, he had to have just touched the blast zone. That was very, very early coming out. And much to my surprise, this is Monihalla's choice, by the way. Not his choice of map, but he left this open.
I don't get it. I don't totally, you know what? We'll
That's
have to see how
what's
this plays
interesting
out
to
for
me,
you.
because that means Raydish looked at this and went, okay, I'll go here.
I think Raydish has absolutely no problem going here. I think if Monihalla sticking to the
Especially
axe,
because he
won't
laddered
either.
Monihalla on a one plat map.
Yeah.
You get that top plat map towards the top with Orb. Monihalla is not doing those vertical combos in the same way, and Raydish has been succeeding massively with Orb recovery every time Monihalla has tried to go to these side plats, which, as far as greatsword players go, I feel like it's an unusual strategy, especially when you're not showing that you're like doing a lot of these dare and air combos, landing side air. Almost all of Monihalla's success has been off of these side light and dash forward side light. So let's see what happens here.
He's looking for the call out with the recovery. He didn't get it neutrally that time around, catching him going to the top plat. Nicely done, side light. So Raydish, how's he make it back on Monihalla within the D-Sync? Look at the position he's in. That time around though, he connects it.
Grabs him, sends him
Raydish is off stage. Can he get this KO?
Nice dodge. Try to pick up with the recovery there, gets the sider on the way back. Raydish mixing up his recovery quite nicely, but he took so much damage off that down sig. Avoids the side sig. There's the punish. Okay, Dara, I think you've got your point's been pretty solidly made. Monihalla threw several leads this set with those signature usages. That side sig actually just got his stock eliminated. He was ahead, orange to red. Now he's down to stock. Raydish denies all the weapons on, and Monihalla has to go through an axe to be able to play the game that he wants to play against Raydish, and Raydish knows it.
And that's what he's doing best here. He's getting the weapon toss. He's picking up the boots. The recovery is not going to be enough to get the KO off the top here. And Monihalla has been trying to consistently get those KOs
Throw
off
the
the
axe
top,
away,
right?
Monihalla. Just throw it. Just throw it. You don't even have to hit him with it.
Boots? No, I think this is the time. And Light sends him all the way across the stage. Can you get this edge guard? He just tosses out the weapon instead. Okay, the recovery unarmed is going to be enough to do it, even from below the stage like that.
Yeah, you're right. I was remiss about the fact that axe neutral light against boots exists, and that was more than enough to get there. Okay, that interesting dodge. Gets up at recovery. Raydish trying to go for another early knockout, perhaps. Endlight bridge is not going to connect, and Raydish just staying on that top plat, and Monihalla is chasing after him.
Okay. Dashing back a little bit here, trying to catch this landing any way he can. He's threatening with greatsword neutrally, which is actually quite safe as far as moves in this game go.
You know what's safer? I think most nairs are actually pretty safe, right? Like Orb Nair is pretty good
pretty quick.
It's safe for how much
decent
damage it does, right? Like that's what's crazy. Another recovery would knock out here, right? No, and not from grounded though.
He had the right idea going through the neutral finisher, but then Raydish, I mean, he dodged the same. Oh, the side sig.
Sometimes you don't get punished. You know what's cool about that side sig is that I think, because the platform heights, specifically in Mishima Dojo, are low enough to where I think you just cover top plat and the plat ahead of you if you dash with it.
Nice drift.
Raydish, what are you doing? Get out.
Raydish went the other way. Monihalla was able to mix him up. He made it back onto the stage. The question is, can he get any additional mileage out of the stock? The stock wants to go. Raydish, he needs to be able to even this up.
That's not good.
And like coming out, that did so much damage.
Monihalla is really close to being able to win this set. Sidelight Sider will knock out. Nope.
That's not enough.
A
oh my God.
Defense, holding on for one more. Let's see how much extra credit he can get off of that. Raydish looking for the recovery. Avoids the Sair.
So much drift, so much stealing on the recovery. Raydish kept himself safe with that. Monihalla playing nice and patient, not trying to jump into anything, but then finally eating the Orb side of Game 5. Last stock, this would be monumental for Monihalla.
Monihalla's got a great sword on deck. Here he comes through. Raydish goes for the Nair. Monihalla manages to get it. All right, good start. Side light, D-light, but Monihalla gets the end light finisher. Nair comes through as well. Raydish damaged. Gets one neutral light.
Nothing else after that, though. Raydish just moving from the platform. Side light, D-light, nicely done.
Oh, he's so high in the sky. But Monihalla is not a very great sword, it's not great sword, not a very recovery-focused great sword player. So Raydish has been able to stay in the skies. Oh, it's close. Ooh, he does get back to the ground. Downer doesn't punish him, but Sider puts him off the side of the stage. Nair recovery.
The downer to call out the recovery. That was such a good mash out of disadvantage. Picking up the axe now. How do you get this stuff? This is what axe is for.
He goes over he disarms him. Raydish is in trouble. Gets the orb. What are you gonna do? Dash him there! Oh, come on! It's so close. Monihalla, no way! You go for the slide charge downs to get this position of the game. He's gonna do it again. Sider hits. That's it. Raydish popping off with the reverse 3 over. Monihalla manages to clutch it. The sigh of relief on his face is so obvious. What a game! Wow, yeah, Monihalla's signature usage actually lost in the set there towards the end. I mean, I don't want to attribute it all to that, but like two stocks that game was
multiple openings. There's so much damage.
They were the biggest ones, right?
Yeah.
Like here, like Raydish is on right side of the stage. Monihalla is on left. Monihalla could fall off the platform to get grounded with his great